Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about the economy, especially the Web3 economy, and how the Web3 economy is going to change the future. And you have to understand that anything happened. You could say all the data in the world, anything, all the metrics about the economy. A new metric will come or new data will come. And you could read out or you could say that this will affect the economy in the next moment. But the problem here is that any new data in the future will affect the economy at the time, right? It will shift the course of how the economy will change for that particular moment only. That means if a newer data comes, whether it's positive data or negative data, it will certainly affect the economy because economy is very susceptible. You just have to understand that. Even Web3 economy, right? So think about it. Back in 2020, right? When Donald Trump was president, back then there was coronavirus, right? There was a force major called coronavirus. It affected his presidency. I hope you understood, right? Because of that major factor, because it affected the economic growth and presidential election was near, it affected his presidency. It affected his competency. That means a simple force major changed his direction. If there was no force major, think about it. If there was no COVID, if there was no coronavirus, the direction, the trajectory would have entirely changed. People will be okay with Trump. But because of a force major like COVID, it affected Trump's presidency and hence Joe Biden became the president, right? Because there is little Trump can do as a president. Because a force major is an extraordinary event, right? That you could not foresee. Even when the economy is relatively healthy, it's really hard to predict, right? It's speculative. That's why I say economists are basically gamblers, basically. They are speculators. There are lots of indicators we don't know and we know. And we make predictions, educated guesses out of that data by evaluating those metrics, right? So that's why you cannot gauge the future with the current data or current metrics. Because in the next moment, we don't know what will happen. A new data will come that will shift the direction of how the events will change. Right? I said to you that when a train moves, right, if the weather is hot, then what happens? What happens is that the rail gets expanded due to heat, right? So the train moves at a relatively lower speeds. If it goes higher speed, what happens? The train buckles or because of the rotor spinning, right? The wheels moving, it could affect the rail. I said that, right? So that's what I am saying. Even a small weather could change the direction of the economy, right? So avoid the distractions, avoid the voices that's happening within the economy as of now. If you avoid the noises within the economy, silly voices, right? There will be data coming, so many metrics evaluated by the economists at the time. There are so many economists. They have different perspective about the economy, right? They're all uncertain because there are so much factors. And given the time, they evaluated according to the data they were provided at the time, right? So cancel the noises. Think what matters. So think about the big picture. What's the big picture? The big picture is that if Trump wins, Bitcoin is going to go 100k, 200k, right? It can go 200k. If a Kamala Harris wins, we don't know. I think still it can go to 100k because people are betting on Kamala Harris, but I am not a huge fan of Kamala Harris. When you think about the crypto market as a whole, I'm not a huge fan of Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris is not going to do a favor for the crypto industry. But big crypto players like Ripple are betting on Kamala Harris. I don't know why they're betting on Kamala Harris. Like Ripple is a big crypto project and a big blockchain project. So it's not a wise move to support Kamala Harris. Think about it. Kamala Harris believes in equality of outcome. She's a socialist by nature. Equality of outcome means she doesn't care about anyone. She's saying something what comes out of her mouth. She's saying that everyone should get everything equally. Like the Soviet era. Like everyone should get same dress, same bed. That's what equality of outcome is, right? It's not equality of opportunity or anything. Giving everyone the opportunity. No. It's equality of outcome. That means she's saying that everyone's needs and wants are same. That's the kind of president people are right now voting, right? I don't know what pushed them to vote for. Like, she's saying bullshit. You can't possibly implement equality of outcome in real life. If you're trying to do that, you will end up in the Soviet era. And we have learned so much about the Soviet era, right? I thought we have moved on from that. But still people believe in it. So if Trump wins, it's pro-crypto, right? It's pro-crypto. But the problem lies here is that, think about it. It was because of force majeure that led Trump presidency's downfall. But it's not a case for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is getting huge approval from all over the country and everyone is expecting Kamala to win. Look, if recession were to hit like 12 months back, certainly Trump will win without a doubt, right? We all know Biden do anything to the economy. But anyways, we don't know for sure whether the recession will happen or not. It's mixed, right? It's mixed. We can't be sure because the upcoming data could change that. So I don't care about the noise. Right now, what's happening is that the approval ratings for Kamala Harris is going up. Not a huge difference, but many people are expecting Trump to win. Expecting, that's all. But the upcoming debate will decide it. That will be on September 10th, right? And we are waiting for that debate. And on that day, I think the topics that they will talk about is about price and inflation. Right? Price and inflation. They are not going to talk about economic growth because the economy is doing well. Means when you look at the economic growth. But if economic growth was the case, certainly Trump will win. For sure. Kamala will lose. Because if economy is not doing well during Biden presidency, certainly Kamala will lose and Trump will win. But that's not the case here. He can only win if he does well the coming debate. And also the upcoming economic reports about the economy, whether the economy will do good or bad, right? So there are a massive amount of people who believes that Kamala will win. And it's a tight competition, right? It's a tight competition. So what I'm saying is that the chances of Kamala winning is 50 to 50%, right? 50-50. We don't know for sure. It could change because when you look at the approval ratings, when Biden was the presidential candidate, Trump had a huge approval rating compared to Biden. But it fell dramatically. Right now, there's a slim chance that Kamala will win or Trump will win, right? It could go either ways, but we'll have to wait and find out. And you might ask how this will affect the crypto economy or the Web3 economy. Web3 economy is a huge term, okay? Look, Web3 economy as of now is mostly gambling and speculation, right? There is no real value being created in the Web3 economy. There are so many people who believe that there is no value being created in the Web3 economy. And there is only gambling and speculation. That's not true. Up till now, the majority of the activity is by speculation and gambling. That's true. But Web3 or the crypto economy is, I could not say crypto as Web3 economy. Web3 economy is a huge umbrella, basically, compared to crypto economy. The crypto economy is creeping into traditional banking systems. That means traditional banks are utilizing blockchain for faster, real-time, secure settlements, and they are in a place where they could not ignore the crypto industry. They have to accept the crypto industry. They have to, or they will be eliminated. You think now it's not going to happen? No. As newer technologies comes, they adopt it. They can't avoid it, right? People want these technologies being utilized. There's a growing demand for the Web3 or the crypto industry. So the traditional banks are adopting these technologies, or they will be out. That's all. Anyways, right now, Web3 economy is a child. It's going from nascent stage to adolescence, right? And in the coming months or coming years, you would see real value being created. In the coming months or years, we would see apps that will question the Web2 economy. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. Think about it. If you say it won't happen, okay, you could go that line. But I am the kind of guy who believes that it's going to happen because there is no other way. This is the direction we are moving. And you could say, no, it's all speculation and gambling. Sure, but have you done your research? There are many applications that have been developed on the blockchain and they are being developed silently, right? We don't, because we only see the superficial stuff at first. Slowly, we will see real value based applications coming out to surface. Then only we will realize the money is finding the applications that gives real value to the consumer. Right? It is when you become a millionaire or multi-millionaire investing in those applications, right? Look, a product can be classified into three. One is fad, then is fashion, then is style. If it's a fad, it won't last more than 6 months. It's like meme coins, the NFTs, your favorite NFTs, right? They're all fad. You could make a quick buck out of it, but it won't last. Then is the fashion. Fashion is, you could say, seasonal or annual change. It could be more than 6 months or 5 years. It could be much longer, but it will be less than a season or 5 years or 6 years or so. Right now, if you look at blockchain projects, right? If you look at Cardano, Algorand, or let's say any blockchain projects, that's the top 100. They are fashion because they have survived long enough to say that they are fashion. Because look at Cardano. Cardano is not a household name. ADA is not a household name, right? But Cardano has survived for so long. Even Solana has survived enough. But what happens within Solana is fact. But Solana is not a fact. It's a fashion. And then there is the style. You could say Bitcoin is style because many people use Bitcoin, right? Many people use Bitcoin. And not as much as Ethereum right now, right? Ethereum has gained significant traction over the months or 3 months. But still, Bitcoin is older than Ethereum. But you have to understand this fact. Ethereum or Bitcoin can be called a style. iPhone is a style. People love iPhones, right? People, like everyone knows iPhone. Everyone knows iPhone or the Apples. They're a household name. Bitcoin is not there yet. After mainstream adoption is on the way. I mean, it will happen. It will happen quickly, right? So you have to understand all the crypto projects as of now is a fashion. After some time, people lose interest in it, right? So think about it like that. And what style? Style is something that lasts longer than 5 years. It can last for 12 years. People will remember it. That's style. And your value, like if you're invested in a project that comes under the category of style, you'll be a millionaire or billionaire for solo. Because there's a lot of value in it. And people feels like it has value in it. And it's household name. Like when you go out, you say Coca-Cola, right? Or Pepsi. Even though trends have changed, but people know Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Most people know, right? I don't think anybody not knowing Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Maybe a small section of the people don't know about Coca-Cola or Pepsi. But Coca-Cola or Pepsi is here for like 80, 100 years or so. Everyone knows about Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Yeah, just say. And Web3 economy as of now, having seen that kind of applications that gives true value to the consumer or real value to the consumer. There has been a Facebook or a Google like application or a killer application in the Web3 economy. So that's going to happen soon because the infrastructure or the blockchains are rapidly improving if you look at it. You could say that the technical projects are not improving at all. But that's a lie. Technical projects are improving. If you look at them closely, if you look at the projects, every single projects, they are improving. They are bridging the gap that the centralized servers offers. Right? That the scalability issues being solved. You have to understand. With apparent security and decentralization, there will be some slight compromise, but they are trying to bridge the gap. And there are lots of projects that they are doing right now, right? You have to understand, in a couple of months or years, it will be sufficiently mature enough to create applications that are threat to the Web 2.0 economy's greatest projects, like the Apples, Googles, Amazons. And we are saying a couple of months or years. Look, this could happen very fast, very fast. You might think, no, it's going to happen now. Look at Telegram, the open network. The open network was not really famous 1 year back. Nobody knew. But after certain application that being built on the open network, like hamster token, it's a fad, but it got lots of traction, right? The Node coin got lots of traction. Now they know the open network. And you have to understand they already had a leverage. That's the Telegram. And you have to understand it took only a couple of months time to reach this level of users. Even though the users are in it for the money. Of course, they are in it for the money, right? But you have to understand that real value is going to be created. Lots of real world applications going to be created. As of now, you could say that there are lots of clumsy applications or applications that are extractive in nature. That means they will take your money or it doesn't benefit you at all, right? Like it's not profitable for both parties. It's only profitable for few people, right? But that days will change soon. And now look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Algorand, or other blockchain projects like Solana, Near Protocol. You have to understand these projects are evolving. It's not like Bitcoin is $12, right? Bitcoin is right now like around $55,000 and it's moving up. And think about Solana. Like, you have to understand, as of now, Solana is based on meme coin trading frenzy. The trades are based on meme coins. But that doesn't mean it's going to be like that, right? Every person who thinks that this is going to be like that way is only considering the data up till now, right? Up till now. You can't say the attention or the desire of the consumers will not change. It will change soon. But as of now, due to limitations, people are betting on making money more. Speculations and gamblings. But true value will be created. If you look at the internet bubble era, there were people who invested in meme stocks and made money. And there are people who invested products that provide real value to the user. And they made more money. Like they made insane gains. Both of them make insane gains. And there are only few people who made insane gains, right? Most of them lose out. But if you're living in the 1998 or 1997, just before the internet bubble, you would assume that these are meme stocks and it's all gambling and speculation, right? But there are certain people who invested in good projects, good company, they are making insane gains too. But that doesn't mean the game is entirely speculative or gambling. For the person who lived just before the internet bubble, will think that it's all a speculation and there's no speculation left, right? It's all gambling. But when time moves on, right, when the events unravel, you could see companies that gave real value, right? PayPal emerged from the internet bubble. Amazon emerged from the internet bubble. So companies like this will also emerge from the era we are living in. There's a bubble. Almost 99% of cryptocurrencies will fail. You have to deal with it. Only a few will succeed. Picking the right ones is the key, right? Picking the right ones. If you don't pick the right one, you're out of the system. You're out of the game. Simple as that. Like for me, I'm interested only in picking the best projects out there, right? The best. Best project for me means it can give more yield than Bitcoin. For the person who lived in 2012, if he were to invest in Bitcoin, he would have made a huge gains, huge sum of money, right? $1,000 will turn to millions of dollars or something. If you were to invest in the early stages of Bitcoin, right? But how many of you will invest in that time, in that period? How many of you will truly believe in Bitcoin at that time? Only few people, right? That's why you made this much amount of money. Yeah. Now think about the current day. What if there are altcoins, alternate cryptocurrencies, who could outperform Bitcoin, who could challenge the Bitcoin dominance, who could be a top cryptocurrency projects in the near future? You can't remove that possibility. Like if you were to invest in that project, that gives real utility, then you are a millionaire or a billionaire within a short span of time, right? And you have to understand, after the crypto bubble, you have to understand most projects that can't give real value to the consumer will fail. You can't try value through air. Means, like, if it's air, no substance, then it will fail. That's why most meme coin fail. NFTs failed, even though some people made money. But if the project want to last, project needs to give real value to the consumer. And you could say right now they only love meme coins and NFTs. But that's the case for now, but not tomorrow. Things could evolve, things will evolve, and evolve very fast, right? It will evolve very fast. And people might say, nah, it will not evolve. It's the same kind of people who thought Bitcoin will not reach $100K. I meant $80K. I meant $70K or $50K. It hasn't reached $100K, but if you are in 2012, you would say, nah, Bitcoin won't reach $100K or $70K. Right? And people who thinks NFTs or meme coins are the best way to make money right now, they haven't seen the real value of the Web3 economy yet, right? These are the people who say Bitcoin will not succeed back in 2012 because they aren't patient. They were never patient. If they were patient, if they can last little longer, they would see the real value because data could change, man. New data, new perceptions, new way of dealing life, right? And if you want the opportunity, you have to take it. Nobody else will take it for you. You just have to take it. Look, nobody wants you to take it. Maybe some people want you to take it, but you have to take it for yourself. That's it. Right? Anyways, we can go into the news. The first news is about Ethereum surpassing Bitcoin. How about that? Everyone thought Bitcoin was the cool kid, the king. But no, Ethereum is surpassing Bitcoin. As the number of Ethereum active addresses increasing to 127 million, while Bitcoin's active address decreased by 50,000 addresses, and the number of hodlers or the holders of Bitcoins is 54 million hodlers. Negligible compared to Ethereum's 127 million active addresses. That means they are holding Ethereum. Either this is due to their smart contract, decentralized finance, and NFTs. You have to understand that Ethereum has use case, real use case, and Ethereum is creeping into the real world, meaning the traditional banking system. And soon the banks will use it, and there will be real value that's being derived from Ethereum. And what about Bitcoin? Bitcoin is doing okay. As of now, Bitcoin is a king. But we don't know about the future. I think Ethereum and other projects that has real world use cases can come close to Bitcoin because they have a larger access. Means their services can be used by the traditional world. So these projects are very lucrative projects compared to Bitcoin, which is almost reaching saturation. You cannot say saturation, but still, you cannot expect huge money from investing in Bitcoin. But you can from Ethereum or any other mini caps. Even Ethereum, you could make like 5x easily, I suppose. But the real money is in the altcoins, lower cap altcoins, lower market cap altcoins. And the other news is Ethereum's update, which aims to address scalability issues and reduce transaction fees, could further boost its adoption. That means lower fees and higher throughput, right? So Ethereum could scale, not L2's the main chain. So there will be more demand on the main chain soon, right? And the other news is that there's an interesting news. It's about Ripple. Ripple CEO supports Kamala Harris. I have already discussed this. You have to understand, Kamala Harris is not going to save the US, right? She's not going to save the US. Everyone says Kamala Harris is going to save the US, right? And she's a better candidate compared to Trump. Yeah, I don't think she knows what she's doing. I don't think so. Anyway, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, joined 87 other business leaders in signing a letter of support for Kamala Harris, a candidate for the US presidency. So they are supporting Kamala Harris. And I don't know what will happen because it can have negative impact on the crypto industry when Kamala Harris wins. She doesn't care about the crypto industry. Like, it's clear. But still, Ripple CEO supports her. I don't know why. But it could have negative impacts on the crypto industry as a whole. Think about it. Anyway, it's his decision. And the next news is Solana in free fall. Solana won't stay at this market cap for so long. Look, meme coin trading frenzies will end. Because when there is nothing there, means yeah, the interest is gone for some reasons. And people move on to other chains where there is activity that's appealing. That's for now only. After a few months or years, it will change. There will be real value. Believe me or not, it will happen. Those who capitalize on it will be the future millionaires or billionaires, or possibly more than that. And you have to understand one more thing. Those who invested in the projects that are not appealing or that doesn't have any real value at that time will lose out on the game. It's life, man. It's life. Like, you could say that the current billionaires will be billionaires in the future. That's just a belief. You can never know for sure the current billionaires will be the billionaires in the future. Because what if some project clicked? Means it got this network effect and the people who invested in that project made millions or billions of money and billions of, cash or whatever asset you are holding on that $1 billion wealth, you will be a billionaire. And those who were clinging on to that stocks and cryptocurrencies of that failing business will perish. It's like that. It's like that. It could happen in a moment and there will be shift. Like new millionaires, new billionaires. It's like that. It's life. So think about it. You have to get that project, that evergreen project that will make you $1 million or $1 billion and make you stay there. Web3 economy is not stable, not a stable economy. It will be in the future and there will be value in the future, like the Web2 economy, and it will eat up the Web2 economy, and it's going to happen whether you like it or not. And I believe in it because I know there is value in it. I can see there is value in it. I can see a potential app coming. People's mind will change in a second because people will have to accept the fact that when a new app gets a network effect, they will accept it. It's like people. Beliefs are malleable, right? People will change at any moment. That's people, not me. I know what's the potential of this economy. And next news is Bitcoin hash rate hits highs despite tariff. This is a good news for cryptocurrency market as a whole, right? Like the Bitcoin network continues to show impressive resilience with this hash rate reaching 665 hashes. exahashes per second on September 4, 2024. Only 12 EH/s below its all-time high. This performance comes despite a 2.99 increasing in mining difficulty and dropping mining revenue, who currently earn $41.69 per petahash per second, slightly up from early August. Yeah, this is a good news, but there is a downside to this news. Like there is a lower mining revenue and difficulty is little bit up. Not a big difference, but it will affect the miners, right? It will affect the miners. Miners needs incentives, right? If there are no incentive, miners will move away. Like there is no motivation to prolong this activity, right? And what miners do to offset the revenue decline is through high transaction fees, more efficient mining equipment, and financing via publicly traded stocks. Yeah. And you have to understand, Bitcoin mining is highly centralized. You can't enter into the Bitcoin mining industry or you can't buy a Bitcoin miner. Look, you have to understand, these are expensive miners. There are companies that are democratizing Bitcoin mining. I understand that, right? But still, Bitcoin mining is expensive, right? From what I have understood from this is that Bitcoin is not sustainable. Sustainable meaning high transaction fees means who will give the high transaction fee? Somebody has to give high transaction fee. It's from the people, right? Who makes the trade. Okay, efficient mining equipment. Still you have to understand. You have to provide the computation work, right? Means you have to provide the computation. Then only you get transactions validated. Maybe it's efficient. Okay, cool. It doesn't depreciate in value. And financing via publicly traded stocks, really. Look, stocks can go down and or up. If it's going down, you lose out. There is no incentive at all. You will be at loss. These are not sustainable actually. And the news goes on like this. However, with persistent economic difficulties, questions remain about sustainability of these operations. And miners may need to explore innovative solutions such as the use of renewable energies or diversification into other technological sectors to remain profitable. Yeah, this is not actually sustainable at all because stocks are volatile, right? They're volatile, and high transaction fees paid by the consumer of this network, right? And efficient mining equipment. In sustainable terms, you mean you can get electricity from solar or other ways, right? Windmill. That's sustainable, but they're not talking about that, right? And the next news is MasterCard revolutionized crypto payments with the Bitcoin card. Yeah, Bitcoin card is not revolutionary at all because you could use this card, right? ATM card, right? You could use it to go to a counter, right? ATM counter where they accept Bitcoin and you can convert it to cash, I think. You can't convert to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just a digital cryptocurrency. And the news goes like this. MasterCard is launching a new Bitcoin card allowing users to pay directly in cryptocurrency without converting their asset into fiat currency. Here they are saying that you could use this Bitcoin card to directly purchase, right? Through a vendor, they would have a POS machine where you could pay for your service or goods. So there is adoption there, right? Bitcoin is being adopted by the masses. Now, it's a way for Bitcoin to be adopted by the masses, right? If there is consumer for it. And I think there is consumer for it, but not a big consumer. In the future, it might be a huge market. Means there will be a huge marketplace for Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency where people can use it to buy their favorite stuff. But I don't see that as of now. In certain places I can see it, but not everywhere, right? I don't see people using Bitcoin card. Have you seen people using Bitcoin in various places, various marketplaces, right? It's normal. Like, it's not like Bitcoin has been used to buy service or goods. It has been used to buy legal goods and illegal goods, right? For so long, right? People have been doing this for like 10 years, for 12 years. But as a card, I have to see. And the news goes like this. They will allow users to use this Bitcoin card to pay directly in cryptocurrency without converting their assets into fiat currency. And in partnership with Mercurio, this card allows users to spend their Bitcoin in over 100 million shops worldwide and offer unprecedented flexibility for crypto hodlers. Wow, this is good because they could use this card to shop using Bitcoin. There are like 100 million shops worldwide that supports Mercurio. And in partnership with Mercurio, this card allows users to spend their Bitcoin in over 100 million shops worldwide and offer unprecedented flexibility for crypto hodlers. Man, this is a great news because you could use your Bitcoin to buy goods or service. Like you could buy goods or service from 100 million shops. Think about that. That's a huge adoption there. Huge adoption. Like 100 million shops, man. Sooner or later, like 2 to 3 years, I think it will be everywhere. Everywhere. Everyone is going to be using Bitcoin, like for buying stuff. Not just Bitcoin, all coins too. Like, yeah, it will be normalized in the society. And people will accept it. People will say, yeah, in which era are you living? They will say that. We all use Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Like for the person who's living in 90s or 1990s, it will be entirely normal. He will be surprised, right? He would even panic. Because how come? It depends on the person, right? It depends on the person. If he is like, who cares? Then he will accept everything. Like, yeah. The card, yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the news. The card is self-managed, meaning users retain full control of their wallet, thus enhancing the security of their transactions. However, it comes with issuance and maintenance fees that nonetheless remains acceptable for most crypto enthusiasts. Yeah, it comes with a caveat. You need to pay the issuance and maintenance fees. Cool. Like everyone will pay it. It's going to be a negligible amount. If it's too high of amount, nobody will pay it. That's all. Nobody's going to give up their Bitcoin, right? Nobody's going to give up their Bitcoin. This initiative is a part of a broader strategy by MasterCard to integrate cryptocurrency into everyday life, partnering with major players like MetaMask and Circle to offer innovative payment solutions. Yeah, MetaMask and Circle, man. I love MetaMask. I use MetaMask all the time. Yeah. So this is a good strategy because you are making crypto a household name. Crypto is a style now because everyone knows crypto now. They might not know Bitcoin or still Bitcoin is really famous. They might not know Ethereum or Algorand or Cardano, but they know crypto. They will use crypto. Crypto is a household name. Everyone knows about it. Everyone wants to use it. That means more liquidity to the market, more users will come to the market. The person who invested like 2 years ago, the person who's invested right now is going to make huge sum of money. That's what's going to happen, whether you like it or not. Next news, Suvi revolutionizes payment without internet. This is great news. Okay, what they have done is that you could pay in crypto, but without internet, right? You could use radio waves or alternate channels to pay in crypto, right? You don't really have to use internet. If you have a GSM, right? If both of us GSM, we could send crypto. That's it. Right now, we have to have access to the internet, right? Even any service, right? Any other service you use, we have to have access to the internet. But as of now, as of this news, we don't have to have access to the internet. We could send it. We could send the crypto directly to another account without internet. Think about that. Like you could use GSM, mesh network or satellite communication. Mesh network means you could use your Wi-Fi. Connect your Wi-Fi, man, and send the cash, send the crypto. Simple as that. Think about it. Think about the potential here. No internet, and you could still pay. And satellite communication, if you're using Kepler or Starlink or any other satellite-based communication service, then you could also pay in cryptocurrencies. Think about that. It's a great news anyway. And the next news is that people don't see crypto as a gamble. Not everyone sees crypto as a gamble. My friend sees crypto as a gamble because they want to make it big. They want to be a millionaire overnight. But not most of them are like that. Their risk appetite is different. You have to understand. Everyone's risk appetites are different, right? We want to make $1 million by next year. Some wants to make $1 million by 5 years, right? Risk appetite is different. And in the news it says that roughly 70% of millennials and more than half of Gen Z investors surveyed are at least somewhat likely to own cryptocurrencies. About 75% of crypto buyers view it as an investment, not some quick money gamble. However, cryptocurrencies have proven very volatile, which can test even the most unflappable investors. Yeah, unflappable investors. But you have to understand 75% of the crypto buyers view it as an investment, not some get-rich-quick scheme. And people prefer Bitcoin as their favorite cryptocurrency. And they believe that they would make tons of money over the long run. Tons of money. But I am a Bitcoin fan. I don't hate Bitcoin, okay? But I love altcoins. Because I know altcoins is going to make me huge sum of money. Easy 100k, easy 200k, easy 300k, easy $1 million. Easy. It's easy, basically. All you have to do is believe. Believe in the projects that you love. Support it. Support it anyways. You could support it by investing in the project or developing on the project. You could do that. It's up to you. Or writing about the project. Marketing about the project. But in this news, they talk about a caveat about cryptocurrencies. Like stocks have intrinsic value, cryptocurrency don't have. Like stocks price reflects according to the decisions made by the business or the reports of the business. Like if it's in profit or in loss, it will affect the business, right? And it will affect the stock too. But that's not necessary because if you give promises, right? If you can give good promises, stocks can go up because people are not rational. People are very irrational. So even if the business is at loss, stocks can go high. But cryptocurrency doesn't have a intrinsic value. You have to understand. There's nothing valuable being created. Only speculation and gambling. That's what I said. The days of the great crypto era is only beginning because big utility is coming. Means real world utility is coming only. And people say blah 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 blah. Up till now, they can only say up till now. The next moment is uncertain. But the next moment it's going to happen. Because why? Why will it happen? Because the crypto economy is evolving. Blockchain projects are evolving. You have to understand it's inevitable and it will happen. And when it happens, they will all change minds. They will have to change their beliefs if they want to exist, right? If they want to exist, they have to change minds. They have to change their beliefs. Anyways, that's it for today. If you love this video, if you truly love this video, hit the thumbs up and like. If you hate this video, comment down below. If you love this video, comment down below. And put down a comment, man. If you found any issues with this video, put it down in the comment section. Let me learn from you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Sending skid out.